Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. As you can see, I turned off my computer screen. Off screen. You know, because of the computer screen. And I turned it off in between the last shot and this shot. So it's off screen. Well, anyway, as I was saying, what I've been working on for the last few months with low-for computers is an application that will tell me a good Thomas episode and a bad one. And why don't we go test it out to see if it works or not. So let's go into the computer. So I have the application opened up. Why don't we try a bad Thomas and Friends episode first? Crowning around is a pretty bad one, so let's just type that in there first. Okay. Crowning around. Enter. Crowning around is not a good episode. Alright. Passed the first test. Looks very promising. So let's try a good Thomas Friends episode. Thomas and Gordon. That's one of my personal favorites. So try it here. Thomas and Gordon. Enter. Okay. Past 2 twists. It's great. But what about other things aside from Thomas? Well, it looks like this application still has some bugs that I need to fix, because obviously it is wrong about that. You know, it may have been right about the first 2, but that's it's wrong. It's wrong, you know, because it may have worked for the rest, but it won't work for Alright, so I was going to make an application that ranks Thomas and Friends characters, but after what just happened, I decided, let me just go on a Google search for a tier list with Thomas and Friends characters, and we'll just do it manually. Now, of course, I could go through every single character, but that would probably take 6 years, so I decided just to do this random tier list that I found on this website called tiermaker.com, where it's season 1 through 5. So, thanks to this person who made this, I'm going to just go through season 1 through 5 characters. Now, of course, there was a trend with tier lists, but I'm only, I don't know, a few days behind that. So, better never than late. Wait. Anyway, let's just get started with Annie and Clarabelle. We're just gonna put it at meh. The thing about Annie and Clarabelle is that even though they're, well, Thomas's coaches and they're pretty well known, aside from that, they have no personality. And now that just reminded me that this video is just my opinion. And if you disagree, well, you're just wrong. All joking aside, please don't get your pitchforks and come to my house. Everyone has different opinions. It's just that mine are different than yours. Which, never mind. Just know that our opinions can be different. That's normal. Ari and Bert. Were they actually in season 5? Season 1 through 5? I didn't know Ari Bert was there. Well, very obvious where this is going to go. We're going to give them a solid to bad. Let's be honest here. They were just splatter and dodge, but recolors of them. So, you could basically interchange Splatter and Dodge with them. I totally forgot that they even existed, so best to leave it there. Birdie. Alright, come on. Birdie. Is it good? Actually, you know what? No. Awesome. I love Birdie and Thomas's relationship in the series when they were just racing buddies. It was cool. I really liked them. Too bad they don't really do that anymore in the new Thomas and Friends series, although honestly I don't even know what they do in the new Thomas and Friends series anymore at this point. Bertram? Is that Bertram? I can't tell from that small image, but Bertram, This is gonna be a controversial pick, but I'm gonna put him at meh. I didn't really know much about Bertram. I was never really a fan of the narrow gauge engines. Like, I liked them, but they were never as close to me or special as the main Steam team, the standard gauge engines. So, the narrow gauge engines are gonna kind of be low on this list. Just warning you now. Bill and Ben. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, they're good. They're twins done right in the series. Okay, Bert and Ari, no one really remembers them, but Bill and Ben, most fans remember them. So they're good. I like their character. They're kind of annoying, but I still like their character. And up next is Boko, kind of like their mentor figure after Edward. So Boko, obviously, God tier. All right, come on. If you're a Thomas fan, you probably like Boko. 99% of Thomas fans like Boko. Let's be honest here. Boko kept Bill and Ben in track. Doesn't matter. Boko is God tier. Okay, we're just gonna leave Boko there. The Boulder. I didn't even know that was a character, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Blah 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 blah. How come I don't remember his name? I can't remember his name. Oh my gosh. No, that's not. Bulgy. Bulgy was his name. That's right. I don't know why. I really had a brain fart there. I couldn't remember what his name was. Okay, Bulgy is I'd say good character. I did like him because he had like a whole arc. He went from this arrogant person to a chicken coop to a food truck, if I remember correctly, and then they kind of just somehow retconned it and made him back to a bus. So, but I like this arc. He went from I hate engines to I still hate engines to I hate engines slightly less. So it was pretty good character writing, I would say. Bulstrode. Caroline. All right. Caroline was a bad character. Let's be honest here. They never used her for anything. I think she appeared in like 2 episodes. Shame too, because I liked her design. But yeah, they didn't use her for anything. Cranky. All right. Cranky. Awesome. Come on. Cranky, like Cranky Bugs, the episode. He's basically the Squidward of Thomas and Friends. Is that a good thing? Alright, we have the Diesel. It's between bad or ew. I'm thinking... You know what? We'll leave it. We'll go bad. We'll go bad for that one. Because, like I said, they used it for 1 episode. His design, I like his design because I also like D199's design. But his name was literally the Diesel. And I know that we also have a different character called Diesel, but Diesel appeared a lot in the series, okay? This character appeared once. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he appeared once. And he came in and then left. That was literally his entire arc. He was the bad guy. That was it. Diesel 10 makes a better villain, so I think it was good. Daisy. I'll say you. Okay. I'm not a big fan of Daisy. Solely because she just is not a nice person. She's very narcissistic and thinks very highly of her. Um, yeah, she's kind of like Gordon, in the sense that Gordon's like pulling trucks. I'm an express engine. Why would I do that? Daisy's similar to that, except I don't think she really wants to pull anything. She's like, oh, in the new episodes with Ryan, she was kind of a jerk to Ryan. Although the ending of that episode, for those who've actually seen that episode, I don't know what the name was. So, but it was nice when I think she got in trouble and then she had to do Ryan's work, and then Ryan was like, "Thanks, you're a good friend." And she went, "Yeah, I know." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't like that, but hey, she helped someone else for once." So you know what? Because of that, I'll put her at bad. Derek. Poor Derek. He had nothing. He had nothing. Now, I don't hate Derek, but they also didn't use him for anything. The difference between Derek and the Diesel was that the Diesel was a good episode. Derek, I can't even remember what episode he appeared in, so I'm sorry, you're next to the Boulder. Speaking of the Boulder, I really like Rusty and the Boulder, but as a character, I didn't even know it was a character. Diesel. Alright. For those of you who have been with me for a long time, you already know where Diesel's gonna go. That's right. It's going all the way to God in top. Diesel, one of the best characters ever for the series. Puh! Look at that. Magnificent. Any other villain in the series want to be Diesel, okay? Diesel 10, not as good as Diesel. Sailor John, okay, Sailor John was actually a good villain, but nowhere near Diesel. Diesel, he wasn't like a regular villain where like it was this big, bad dude like Diesel 10, right? He was very subtle, you know, he was devious. He did things that would happen in like a real railway. You know, like, oh, I'm gonna play tricks. Diesel 10 was trying to like shut down the railway. Diesel just wanted to show how great Diesels were compared to Stevie's, and he, phenomenal character, God tier, absolute. It's just good. Diesel's great. Okay. Donald and Douglas. All right, Donald and Douglas, I would say is good along with Bill and Ben because I also like their characters. I mean, there's not much to say. It's just I like their characters, and it's a shame they don't appear anymore. But I do like their design and I do like their characters. So there's that. Duck. All right, now we all know Duck is a fan favorite, but for me, Duck is a solid good. He's all right. He's good. Not bad, but not amazing. I know a lot of fans like him, but me personally, I think he's all right. Solely for the fact that I don't have much to talk about aside from the Great Western Way. So yeah, there's that. And this is Duke. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of narrow gauge engines, so put it at meh. Put it at meh. I don't have to talk much about those characters. So Duncan. All right, Duncan is actually also meh. I'm sorry, narrow gauge engine fans. It's just that I legit just do not care for them that much. I'm sorry. Except Rusty and the Boulder. Rusty, I like. Is it his or her character? I remember they changed like the gender at some point. So I'm not even sure what gender Rusty is canon. So I like Rusty's character, is what I'm saying. Edward. All right. Edward is I would say it's he's an awesome character. He's an awesome character. Obviously one of the original engines from the Railway series, and also part of the main steam team until Nia and Rebecca kicked him and Henry out, so I'm kind of ticked off about that. But Edward was never really a main character for anything, but he was always a really good supporting character, and that's why people have grown to like him, and his design is great. Like, as a kid, I always wanted a a Trackmaster and Playrail Edward just because it was the wheel configuration. So you have 2 big wheels and then 2 small wheels in front. It's just really nice character design. George! Alright, George, you get a meh as well because, I mean, he was kind of like Bulgy in the fact that he hated railways. He just wasn't as memorable as Bulgy. He kind of feels like Jack in the Pack, but just as one character. So there's that. Gordon. All right, Gordon. I'm gonna put it right at the top of awesome. Yeah, Gordon, I feel, is one of the main characters, and I really like his character just for the fact that he's such a jerk. I'm starting to notice a pattern on some of my favorite characters here, but Gordon is such a jerk that he's like Cranky, where Cranky's Squidward. He is like Squidward times 5. Like, he just does not like a lot of things. He's like that fancy. He's like people who wear AirPods when they go, "What's that? I can't hear you. I can't speak. Broke." I say that, but I have AirPods, so I guess I just dissed myself, huh? Harold. I'm not saying anything more than that. Henrietta. Alright, I gave Annie and Clarabelle mass. I'll put Henrietta there too. Like I said, Toby's coach didn't really have much to do, so can't really say much about her. Henry. I actually like Henry more than Edward. Solely for the fact that Henry actually had a whole character. You remember at the beginning of the series when Henry was like a kind of like an arrogant arrogant character like Gordon, but over time he became a really nice character. You know, I really like that about Henry. We got to see his gentle side with Henry's Forest, and then the sad story of Henry. It's like really, I can really, I guess not relate to Henry, but get along with him like that. Yeah. James. All right, James, one of the main top 3 characters in Mattel. Above Henry. There we go. So James, in my opinion, I feel like Thomas, Percy, and James are the top 3 main characters. Like normally Mattel uses them the most, and I can see why James has a really nice character design. He's arrogant, not to the point of Gordon, but he's more of an egotistical type of person where he's like, my red paint is superior to all of you. He's kind of like Spencer, except a better version of him. Mavis. They don't use Mavis anymore. They barely use Mavis. I liked her character. Good. Put her good. Okay, so next up we have Oliver. Oliver, I kind of feel similar to Duck in the case that while I did like his character, they weren't on the awesome or god tier list. It's just good. Percy. Alright, come on. How can you not like Percy? Percy, top of the awesome list. Okay, Percy's a very nice character. Similar to Henry at the beginning of the series, Percy was that very arrogant character, and when he was first introduced, he was the character that like pushed Gordon and the Tender Engines back. He showed that, hey, just because I'm a tank engine, I can still be cool. And then over time, he kind of just reverted to, hi, I'm Thomas's best friend. And that's been his character ever since. Peter Sam, alright. Meh. Narrow Gauge. Rheneas, meh. Rusty, okay, Rusty, I'll put in good. I like Rusty's character. Scruffy, oh boy. Scruffy is probably the most famous troublesome truck. And, good. I really like Scruffy's character. I'm not gonna say he's awesome, but dang, like that moment when he just got like freaking split into like 3 pieces, I was like, oh my gosh, jeez, look at him. And that's why he's so memorable, and so I'm gonna put him at good because of that. Sir Handel, meh. Scarlowy, meh. Oh man, a lot of narrow gauge engine fans are really gonna hate me for this. I'm sorry. Is this... Who is that? Who is this? Smudger? Meh. Although his story was pretty memorable as a warning to other engines. Stephanie. Meh. Kind of felt just like Thomas. Although his arc with Rusty was pretty cool, so. Yeah, it's meh. It's kind of forgettable. Terrence. Alright, Terrence is a good character. Similar to Birdie the Bus. They don't use Terrence that much anymore, and I feel bad. But I really like Terrence. Like, I don't know why, but for the Christmas episodes, I always remember Terrence being in them. So, there's that. Sir Topham Hatt. Alright, I have to at least put him in. I have to at least put him in awesome. Okay, he has to be at least awesome. Pretty much a very staple character. The leader. The controller of the railway, you know. The fat controller. Sir Topham Hatt, whatever you call him. Very kind of like the father figure for all the other engines, so awesome. The three Lories, meh. As an episode, they were great. As characters, they were kind of like the Three Little Pigs. Like each one got broken down. If you watch their episode, you know that each one got broken down. I think one fell into the ocean. One got like quarry rocks over or something like that. But they're just like the three characters that were interesting for one episode, but then they were never used again. So there's that. Thomas. All right. Okay. All right. I'll put him at God because he's the main character, and while I do like Thomas, and I do think he's worthy of God, I know a lot of fans don't like Thomas because of how often they show him, but you have to remember he's the main character, and during the first couple of seasons, he was a good main character. Now he's kind of just the mascot, and he's just there, just to be there, but I really like Thomas's character at the beginning, okay? And when you watch YouTube videos of him and everyone has their own take on Thomas, it's really cool to see the main character have multiple personalities on YouTube, you know. Thumper. I'm sorry, Thumper, but you are a not very memorable character. I don't even think you had a line in the entire series, so there's that. Toad. Alright, Toad I'm putting next to Oliver. Mr. Oliver. Yes. Come on. If you have Oliver, you gotta have Toad. So there's that. Toby. Awesome character. Awesome. Like Toby. Santa don't use him anymore, but he will always be an awesome character. Trevor. Trevor is... I put it good. His relationship with Edward was very nice, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm just gonna put him at good. But although they don't use him as much in the new series. And there we go. Here is my entire definitive Thomas and Friends tier list, and I guess that's it, huh? So I'll see you all later. Bye.